time at trainings and different things, and you're going to have to be somewhere with someone else, or you're going to have to be quiet in the next room. Like my 13-year-old is right now. He just made his little breakfast over there, and he know he got to be quiet. But there's going to be times like that. And what I pretty much just told them is my business is our business. You see, when I build this, I'm able to build more income for us. We're able to do more things. Now we don't have to go in the store like older days where I can say, we're going in the store, we're not getting anything, don't touch anything, I'm not buying anything extra, only the things on the list. Now it doesn't have to be like that. Now we can go in the store and I can say, okay, everybody's getting 2 things, go ahead and pick it. So things change for us if they allow me to build this. Other things I did, for instance, on my run to director, that was a whole nother talk, where I sat them down and I said, hey, you guys are old enough now. The only thing I'm cooking is breakfast. Breakfast is the only meal that I'm cooking. Why? Because you know how to make noodles, cereal, peanut butter, jelly, put the pizza in the oven, the chicken nuggets in the oven, whatever it is. That's what you guys are going to be eating until mom achieves this goal. And they were okay with that. Why? Because number one, breakfast is our favorite meal. So they're cool with me cooking that. And they knew how to get by with the rest. So I would tell you guys, if you're a parent, if you got little ones, I know it's a little bit different than the ages that I told you guys, because they're a lot more self-sufficient. But sit them down and have that conversation and let them know the goal that you're shooting for, and make sure you go and make it happen. Because when they don't see you do it, it's just like adults. They're trying to figure out, okay, mom, you said you were going to do this. Dad, you said you were going to do this. Why aren't you getting it done? They want to see you get it done. And believe me, they know exactly what's going on. See, my kids know what ranks are. They know key people. They know what their ranks are. And they're looking for all of us to go and achieve IMD. And so I tell them all the time, like, Didi, Terry, you know, Tori, others on the team, like, hey, my kids are looking for all of us to go hit IMD. Let's definitely not make them be liars because they're saying it and they're keeping up with these things. And so it's so very important to sit them down and have that talk with them and let them know what's it going to look like and what's going to change until those goals are accomplished, and give them a reward. See, every single year now, they get to go on 2 to 3 vacations because I say yes to this and because they give me the time to go build this. So now they're doing simple things like I just got back from Egypt as well. And my oldest is like, Mom, I made 100 on this test. And he sent me a picture of something he wants. I already knew he wanted something, but he knows that he can get it because he was good while I was gone. He did what I needed him to do and he deserves it. So yes, sit them down, have that talk so you can really be able to go build this thing the way you want to. And they'll help you. They'll help you get this done. Like, Mom, go ahead and build, because I know I got some stuff I want. And if she's building, I can get it.
Yes, that is amazing. Thank you for sharing that and just, you know, speaking to all the parents that are on the line and, you know, coming from your military background, just kind of give us some insight on training. How has training helped your business? We're getting ready for The View coming up October 24th to the 25th. If you are not registered, please get registered for this event. Get your team registered, wveventreg.com. Please let us know, how has training just affected your business?
Absolutely. So I can say anybody on the line who's ever attended a training, just drop a 1 in the chat, because you guys know what training has done for us. But being in 3 years, I've never, ever missed a training, And once they told me that, I said, you know what? I don't want to miss it because I don't want to find out what happens if I do miss a training. And so it's very important to get to training. My very first one was 2017 boot camp. And one of the main things that stuck with me was Marcus Setta said, decide right now that you're never going to quit this thing. If you decide right now that you're never going to quit, it doesn't matter what happens. You've already decided you're not going to quit. So, you know, life has its ups and downs. Before you ever said yes to World Ventures, that was happening. So don't think that it's going to change now that you said yes to something amazing. It's still going to happen. But if you already decided that you're never going to quit, you're good to go. Now that we've made that decision, know that you have to get the training every single time, because if you don't, it's just like, you know, having a business or having a house. and you decided not to go to training, that means training was your keys to get in your house. Training was your keys to get into your business building. And you can never remake those keys. Then what happens? You don't have your business. You don't have your house. Like, think of it like that, because you gotta have training to survive in this business. There's no way around it. You'll never get to the levels that you think you want to get to, because you're only thinking that if you're deciding you're not going to go to training. It's just a thought. You haven't decided that you're going to go achieve marketing director or IMD if you're second guessing about training. And if you're saying, maybe this person passed away. Let me tell you, my first year, I lost about 6 family members and I still didn't miss a training. And when I say every time one of them passed away, the funerals and things were like a day before training or during the training. And I still had to decide to get there. Tough. Very tough, because on the back end, I had family members who were saying, that's crazy. Why are you still going to training? Why is that more important than family? It's not more important than family, but let me tell you, the person who passed away, they would want me to be going and preparing my life ahead. So don't get caught up into what people are saying. You got to get the training, or you're missing out on where you really want to go. So if that's not the issue, the family, you got the support. And maybe it's money. Don't let that get you either. We got IMD Vitiara Mervin. She sold plates, clothes. I mean, you can sell water bottles. Reach up. Maybe you got all you could get and you just got 120. You need another 30. Reach up to your leadership. We can help you figure it out, but you got to show that you really want to get there. If you're not making any effort, you're not letting anybody know anything, we can't help you. Closed mouths don't get fed. So I will tell you, just don't miss training, because that has drastically changed my life. It's drastically changed my mindset. Each year to year, I've seen so much more growth, not just in the business, but in life, being able to deal with people, being able to see how to talk to people, my kids, everybody. And so get there, because it changes your life for the better. It's definitely going to help you in the business. And to get to these higher levels, you need a team. You can't tell them or help them if you're not getting to training. You don't know what to say to them. So I would just tell you, don't miss training. Don't miss it. Get registered. I'm definitely registered. Start preparing to the point to where you're getting registered now. Start saving up right now for the next training, because as soon as training happens, they're going to drop the next one. So be ready right now to get registered for the next training, especially if you're calling yourself a leader. Leaders are not ranks. Leaders are what they do. So be ready to get registered for the next training as soon as it drops, because that's what the leaders do as well. So that's training. We can talk about that all day, and you know it, KDM, but it's a must that we get there.
That's right. That's right. I completely agree with you. I remember my first training event and just seeing everyone, all the people, the impact, huge, huge. What was your first training event?
My first one was Boot Camp 2017 in Miami. We sold out that arena. That was crazy. It was like being at your favorite concert. I talked about this before, you guys, like as well. Showing up for training, although we can't go in the building and it's virtual. Just think about if you could have your ideal concert. Who is your favorite artist? Music person, rap artist, R&B, whoever that is, you guys drop it in the chat. I'm going to take you there really quick. But if somebody told you could show up for your favorite concert, your favorite artist, whoever that was, and you can get in the building, all you're going to pay is $150 to be in the building with your number one person. Who is that? Now, program your mind to say, I got to show up, because Kiana just dropped in the chat. It's Rihanna. You got to go see Rihanna. Show up. Show up. You got to get there. I can't say that name you just dropped in the chat, but show up for your favorite concert. Like, it's really going to change your life. It's going to give you way more value than someone singing lyrics to you. But that just lit up something in everybody when you thought about who's your favorite artist, and you could show up for $150 to the concert. You like, man, if I could go see Rihanna, if I could go see Prince. Okay, have that same feeling. We got to show up. Tiana Taylor. We got to show up for training. It's this perfect concert. Get ready, get registered, be present.
Yes, thank you for adding that. Definitely like my favorite concert. I completely agree. And then just all the people that you get to meet, I cannot wait till we get back to live trainings. Just I'm so excited and just the energy. So definitely excited. So we've had this dream body launch. We're have the partner with Secret. Just kind of tell us, in your business in the next 12 to 24 months, what are you expecting? What are some of the blessings that you see coming?
Well, I would tell you I'm super excited about Dream Body. One, because in January I decided to stop eating meat, to stop drinking regular milk, now going into almond and things like that. So started working out, get my body right. Some people say the body's already right, but I got some other things in order over that time frame. And then Dream Body coming out is like, wow, it just keeps getting better and better and better with World Ventures. And so with all of those products coming out, now people can come on board to the number one travel and go create the best body ever. Like, it just, every time we think it can't get any better, it keeps getting better. And so I'm super excited about that, because when people are coming on board and the people who are already on board, we can go and transition our lives, because we don't have to wait until January now to go get the body that we want. We don't have to wait until January to start, thinking like, okay, I'm going to lose weight. It's the resolutions we make. It's already right there uh, in our company to be able to have all of these things that we need. And so for the people coming in, it's super dope. Super dope for them. Like, man, I just jumped on board with the number one travel. Guess what? I can get the number one body as well through this concept, because all of these different products, and not only that, immune systems, that dropping as well with the whole COVID going on and all of that. Like, I'm super excited for all the people to come and the people who are already in to be able to add more. That's like a whole nother level of confidence added to you. Is like, not only am I giving you the best travel, but I'm giving you access to go get the best body and more. So I'm super excited about that. I know a lot of people on the line are as well.
Yes, I'm super excited about it. Dream trips, dream body equals dream life. Yes, definitely, definitely. Man, I'm so happy that you were able to get on the call this morning and just share, your testimony and your story and your background. I'm grateful that you were able to get on. We do have Marketing Director Pamela Pacheco on the line, and I just want to go ahead and open it up for her to be able to talk with you as well. So Miss Pamela Pacheco, you're on the line. We'll give her a second.
Great morning, Brittany. Thank you so much, Katie and Brittany. So you shared your story, you shared some of your experience as a mom, your amazing background. Thank you again for your service, serving our country, and just, what training has done from your first training event to this training event to what you're looking forward to. And as a leader, right? What has been one of those experiences that you're like, what, if I would have learned this faster, I would have been off a lot better. Let's have some
Yes.
leader talk.
Yes. That's a really great question. So you're welcome for the service to the country. Awesome to be on here. But one thing, if I learned a little bit sooner, is to start building people up to start molding them into leadership earlier, because a lot of people join and they have the potential to do it, but they don't know. But if we could pour into them a little bit more on a daily basis, and maybe even like, the John Maxwell book that say developing the leaders around you. Some people don't know that they're already that leader, but if I knew the things I learned from that book and more early on, a lot of people I think that maybe quit, or just they're not on their bike riding it right now. They're just having it on the kickstand or it's laying on the ground. They would be doing a whole lot more had I done small things like, hey, can you post this call every single Tuesday for me at 7? Because I already see the potential in you. I know that you can be really great at this, but I just need more hands on deck. Is that something you can do for me? Who says no to that? Nobody says no to that. And now you have them more plugged into the system as far as being able to do things. Now they're starting into leadership. Now they have a role. Now they feel important. And this is very important early on to be doing. And that's something that I didn't do. So had I known that a little bit earlier, guess what? We get that movement going way earlier. Everybody knows Dewey Saxton, marketing director, and he said, you know what? You need a team to get to marketing director, but to get the R&D, you need a movement. So why not start the movement as soon as you know you can do it? So that means you don't have to be a 2-star. I mean, you could be whatever and get people started, and now you got people helping out, all hands on deck, and we getting it done. So that's definitely something. If I knew earlier, I would definitely have been doing.
Absolutely love that. Thank you so much for sharing. Marcusetta says all the time that you don't build this business. You build people, and people build this business, right? But we all know that, you know, some people get in to go IMD. Some people get in because they just want to be the master promoter, right? Some people get in because they love philanthropy and they want to give back. Some people get in because, you know, they want to go build schools, right? Some people get in because they just want to travel, right? So being able to differentiate who's who very early on is super important. And I love what you said, because yes, you know, we hear that all the time. We got that from actually Josh Valentine, right? He says that you MD, you know, a team, but RMD is going to take a movement for sure, for sure, for sure. So what is one thing that you're like in your experience that, you know, it has molded you to become not only a better leader, right? A better person, a better mom, right? An overall better rock star.
Absolutely. So I would say doubt, not from myself, but from family members. That definitely molded me to just to click into that mode where it's like, okay, don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. And so family members were feeling like, you know, it's dumb what I'm doing, it's stupid, doesn't make sense. You know, why are you paying to go to a training and it's not gonna pay you right back? You know, you're spending that type of money, and those who know, who's been to live events, especially for the view from the edge, $600 to go to training plus a flight and all of that. They're like, what? You're spending that kind of money to go listen to some people talk? You know, they really just don't understand. And so they had a lot of doubt in me. You know, they had a lot of things to say. It was a crazy struggle. And so what that did was, it flipped the switch for me. It turned me on to make sure that I go get this done, to make sure that they see my life change. And when I tell you, like, a key point, not even just training, but the product, like, you guys, for me to be out in Egypt this past week changed my life. Oh my gosh.
Talk about that.
The most impactful trip, the most impactful vacation of my life. I've been on 30 plus, but I would tell you, add Egypt to your bucket list. You know, not just, I mean, it ties into the question, because I had so many family members contacting me saying, I want to be like you when I grow up. FaceTime me so I can see the pyramids. How do I get my passport? All of these different things, but they didn't even want to pay $25 for a membership, but they want you to support them with their teas and all of their cakes. And they're the insurance person, and they're the person that does the taxes, but they don't want to support you for 25 cents. That's what it feels like. But you get to Egypt, and now everybody just got this bright light shined on them, and they can't block it anymore. It's too bright. They gotta say something. Egypt did that for me. So get there. But the culture of people, they are extremely nice. They seem like it won't be, you know, their first day. You're like, can we be out here on the streets? Can we walk? Man, they are great people. We have so many contacts from over there. So when we do go back, the way they treated us, you know, just being in the nice hotel was really, really nice. The views were amazing. some of the foods were great. They asked us for, different recommendations because they know more Americans are coming. I say, at least for the breakfast, at least add fruit to the breakfast platter. And, the Americans are going to love that. Being able to learn, one thing that was extremely exciting for me was learning about the camel, that they hold the babies for 9 months just like us. They can only carry one baby at a time. It takes 3 days for them to mate, and you'll never see them mate. They do it in secret. Now, they're in the sand, so it's no trees. Where do they do it in secret? There's no secret place. So apparently I said, okay, they do it at night then. And just, the guys are the most strongest. The females really can't bear having to, be rolled through the sand and stuff. So they mainly use the males to be able to do that. So the females, they mostly use them to mate, to get more camels. And after a year old, they start to train them up to be able to do the things that they need them to do. Sit down, get up. And me just being out there to be able to stand on the camel and take a picture was risky. One of the most risky things probably ever, because you're at your own risk. The camel can move, and guess what? Ain't no telling what would have happened, but we did it. Terry T out there flipping off the camels was definitely risky, but he got it done. Like, we could talk about that trip for a long time, but you guys get out there. Like, World Ventures, Wayne Nugent has paved the way for us to really go and experience like a life that you probably never could have even imagined, and it's only getting better. Start taking some trips, but make sure you're registered for training first, okay? And get on some trips. But if that answered your question, Pam, that's definitely it. Just being able to get past that doubt of family members and them flipping the switch on, and me going and changing my life, from 3 years ago to now. They know what's up. They know what's up.
I love that. And it just goes back to, like, listen, you're going to bet against me? Like, we're going to see, right? We're going to see. Like, I'm going to show you, right? But one of us is going to be right. And it darn certainly it was not going to be them. It's not going to be them. Continue to lead, continue to shine the way that you are. Absolutely amazing. So from the beginning, you were sharing your story, and I know you're a super mom, and you kind of went into a little bit of experience building as a mom, but I want you to talk to the moms, right, that are on this call. Talk to the moms that are on this call. Talk to the moms that's on this call and just have a real moment with them, right? And have a real moment with them because, see, we talk about the end result a long time, right? We talk about the end goal, and we talk about IMD, and we talk about reaching the mountaintops, but in the journey, right, it's the prizes along the way. So what are some of those prizes along the way that you're like, this is something that would have never took place if it wasn't because of WV, if it wasn't because I've learned to become an entrepreneur? So I want you to answer that if you can, please, and then say whatever you want that is on your hearts for the moms on the call.
Absolutely. So I will tell you all, if it wasn't for WV, I definitely, first and foremost, wouldn't have taken 30 plus trips in the past 3 years. On top of that, to be able to do so much more for my kids through this time frame is because of residual income. To be able to set things aside and just show them that what I'm doing is really working. And the only way that I was able to do that is to first be a student, to listen to those who were teaching me things, who were showing me how to go get this done even faster than they did. So that's selfless service from teammates in itself. But to be able to listen, and now, my kids can say, Mom said she was going to go and achieve the level of senior rep. And the things that we did while she was working on that, it paid off, because now I can show them, hey, Mom just hit senior rep, Mom just hit director, Mom just hit marketing director. And they know already next up is regional marketing director. My daughter knows it more than anything. She knows how many people, how many numbers it takes to go make that happen. And so when they're watching like that, you have to make it happen. How do you make that happen? Now I'm talking to the moms. You got to create a routine. You have to create a routine. That means less sleep. I'm just going to tell you, that means less sleep. Every single day at 5 a.m., I'm waking up. Why? Because I know once they wake up, you have less time to do what you need to do. So 5 a.m., guess what? Everybody else is asleep. Now I can get my prayer done. I can do my devotional. I can read some. I can get all of those things out of the way that I need to do for me, because team is probably not up. So everything you need for you, you got to get that out of the way. Rather it's figuring out who you're going to follow up with today, who you're going to show the deal with today, who you're going to prospect today. All of those things, you need to get it out of the way. So you got to lose some sleep. You got to get a routine going to where you know it like the back of your hand. You know at 5 o'clock you're waking up to pray, and you know what's coming next. You know it's devotional. You know it's you sharing the scripture of the day with the team and people in your family. And the things I'm saying is actually what I do. I share with people on the team. I share with family members who are open to receive it, and friends of that nature. I'm reaching out to people who are not in my direct lineage, that are part of the whole team, but I don't benefit financially, just to see how are they feeling, or to send them some encouraging words, or to let them know, whatever you're going through, you can get through it, because you've already been through some things and now you're here. So keep pushing, because you said you wanted to be marketing director, or you said whatever you said. And so you need a routine going to be able to make this happen, because we're in a people's business, and we got to continue to grow ourselves in order to help other people. So I would tell you, first and foremost, get a routine and prepare to lose some sleep. But in the meantime, eat right, because that's going to help you out with losing a little bit of sleep. Drink the right things, all of that type of stuff, because people will appreciate you pouring into them. You're going to appreciate yourself taking the time out to do that. And not only that, you're showing God or the universe, whatever you believe in, whatever you spoken and said, I want this, you're showing that that's what you really want. Because if you aren't doing those things, you aren't showing that that's what you really want. So start right now today. And if you haven't set goals for the month of October, you're behind the power curve. Don't go to sleep tonight without setting those goals. Not just for World Ventures, personal goals, philanthropist goals. How are you going to give back? Who are you going to help? Money type goals, paying your tithes, saving money. Goals for your kids. What goals do you want to help them achieve this month, because you decided to do this thing? Like, write your goals down. Look at them. At the end of the month, check the block. Figure out, what did you do? What did you not do? See, every single month, I make these care packages, and I give it to the homeless people on the streets. I just ride with this big bag in my car, and it doesn't matter where I go. That's what I give them. I choose not to give money. I give care packages, soap, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes, things like that. And that's the type of philanthropist work that I do. So whatever it is, get your routine going so that you can really go get this done, and prepare to lose some sleep, because you got to get some things done when they are asleep. Otherwise, you're going to be scrambling for time. If you're trying to sleep until they wake up, you're behind the power curve. So change your routine, get this thing going, and, stay plugged in. Make sure you have that sit down with them and let them know what's going on. Don't spare the rod and spoil the child. I'm not telling you to whoop your kids, but I'm telling you to let them know what's up. You got to be a little bit more firm with them. Don't let them, run over you, because you know what this can do for not only you, but them as well, or you would not have said yes. So be serious with them about what you're doing. Let them hear you in the next room getting this done, because they know you're serious at that point. Otherwise, you're going to watch other moms like me and anybody else in the chat that has kids, and you're going to get this done. You're going to watch us go get this done. But we'd rather you get this done along with us. So set that routine.
I love that. That routine is super important. So beyond setting a routine, right? What are some of the expectations that you've set with your kids? What are some of those things that you're like, you know what? Because it's about including your family, right? It's about including your family. And for example, like, I don't have kids, right? But my godchildren, my mom, my siblings, like, I've had to have conversations with them. Like, listen, for this time period, like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm not gonna be able to do that. But this is what it's gonna look like, right? So what are some of those maybe like techniques or strategies that you're like, oh my God, this has helped me tremendously building as a mom?
That's a good question. Try to think of, not really a technique or a strategy, I guess, per se, but more so rewards for them.
Yes.
They love rewards. And so they know if they be bad, what's going to happen. But Being good is way better. And I tell them that all the time. If you do the right thing, it's a way better outcome. And so this is what I need you to do during this time. They know if I tell them mom has a call at 1, 3, 8 in this time, they know don't come in there. If I say, look, I'm about to pull over, I got to close a call, that means everybody has to be quiet. They know exactly what closing a call means, and that's expected. That's expected from them. Be quiet, mom is closing this call, because that can happen at any given time. You got to close a call. As far as trainings, they know that as well. My next training is coming up. These are the dates. Then they already know to be prepared. I'm either going to be with Mama Peaches, or I'm going to be with, whoever they're going to be with. They already have it in their mind, and they know that that's what's going on, and that's expected from them. But they definitely know, okay, we're going on a vacation this year, 2 or 3 of them. And as long as I do what I need to do, I can definitely get what I deserve as well. They deserve things too, just like we do. They deserve to be able to have those nice things. My son wants this little, I don't even know what the thing is called, but you use the hoverboard connected to it and you sit down on it, and he's gonna get it. Why? Because he did the right thing while I was gone. I had 2 vacations back to back, Mexico and then boom, right to Egypt. So he definitely deserves that because we had no problems. So those are expectations that I have for them in order to get the rewards that they want. And they don't have a problem with that because even we want rewards. So, they're going to do right.
I love that. Setting expectations and rewards. That is so, so important. That is so key. I have some of the moms on this call right now. They're like, thank you, value, like lighting it up. And it's important because I love that we have such a diverse community, right? And when I mean that, it's not only, and background ethnicity, but also like, people that are building this, because sometimes we hear from single parents, sometimes we hear from whole entire families, sometimes we hear from people that are building this single, but we need to hear from the moms, right? I feel like everybody, this is why, we share our story so you can share yours, to let you know that it's okay for you to share yours, right? And you're adding so much value to everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So you talked about training earlier. What is something that you're like, if I wouldn't have been at this training event, this would have never been able to happen? What is something that you're like, it would have never happened if it wasn't because of training?
That's good. So I'm going to talk about the view from...
And it doesn't have to be something that you got like a monetary gain or a rank advancement. It can be something internal, right? Like, I just want you to be transparent, because a lot of times we focus on the rank and we focus on the goal and the money. And yes, all of those things are important, but success is an inner outer game, right? And a lot of times what these trainings do is they change us from the inside out. So I want you to just be you. But go ahead. You were talking about the view.
Yes, the view. That's good because that's exactly where I was going. Beyond the money, beyond the ranks, to be able to be at the view, exactly what you guys are getting ready to experience. And I heard we're going to have about 18 characters, something like that. But just to see Mark Aceta show us so many different things that happen in life and give us perspective on it, just being like from the hospital bed and you kind of not knowing if you're about to die or you're about to stay. I don't know if anybody's on the line that ever had a moment where you face death and you feel like you knew without a shadow of a doubt you were going to die. If that's you, we're going to say drop a 2 in the chat. Drop a 2 in the chat if that's you. That's definitely me. I would tell you before World Ventures, June 8th of 2016, I had a near-death experience. And I would tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I felt that way. So to be at that training and to see him on the hospital bed and to give you that feeling that I felt in that moment, who was going to take care of my kids? Who was the best fit? Could they stay together? Why did I do this thing that has brought me to this moment? Because it was definitely self-inflicted. What would I do to get out of that situation? And for those who pray, I prayed like crazy to get out of that situation, just ask God to keep me here for them. And so to go to that training and to experience the hospital bed scene, It's like, what more would you do if you felt like next year you weren't going to be here? We don't know. But what more would you do if you felt like next year you weren't going to be here? You would do so much more. You would help so many more people. You would get so much more done because of the ones that you love, the people you're doing this for. Because yes, we say yes ultimately because we saw it, but then it gets way bigger. It's a way bigger vision. We want to help so many more people, especially for me. I want to be resourceful for as many of God's people that he allows me to be. So it's beyond me, it's beyond the kids, it's beyond family, it's all the way out to strangers, people I've never met before. And that doesn't happen unless I do things now and continue to lead up to it. And so that was definitely a moment for me to say, you know, every day counts. How can you better yourself? How can you continue to become the best version of you every single day? There's always another notch. There's always another level for you to go to. And so we do that by continuing to learn, reading, all those different things, and showing up to these trainings because you're going to experience something that you've never experienced before. You're going to feel things that you never felt before. And the perspective is going to be amazing. Thank you. I'm out of the cry mode.
But, girl, listen, you have me over here. I'm like,
the perspective is going to be great. So, yes.
Absolutely amazing. And I love that. And, you know, it's one thing, like, how you do anything is how you do everything, right? Because you can just tell your passion in your heart just was so transparent that it just was like through the screen right now, right? It was like through the screen, like everybody felt this. Like, it don't matter if they're not necessarily, like, we felt that, right? And that's why you have me over here, like, I'm trying not to tear up, but you took us there, right? And that is powerful because, see, and I'll tell you this, like, that's leadership, right? That is next level leadership, right? That is next level leadership. So it's fourth quarter, and 2020 has been crazy, right? We don't even have to say it's still crazy, from social injustices to living in a pandemic to everything, obstacles upon obstacles. But I can't help but see the fruit in this season. I can't help but see the silver lining. And then that's, like you said, you know, it's just when you have a foundation that you know that everything is good, no matter how bad it looks like, right? You know, God is still on the throne. And that is powerful that you said that. So for those people that they're like, man, I'm just ready for 2021. Like, I'm not, it's fourth quarter of 2020. I might just sleep by it. I might just, you know, let kind of the obstacles I feel defeated. And maybe they don't even want to be defeated, right? But it's just the climate that we're in, right? What is your perspective on that? What is your perspective to those people that they had big goals at the beginning of 2020 or late 2019, right? Or they had big dreams and they had so many things that they wanted to accomplish, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be in the business, right? It just, as you said, you know, from the inside out. What are you telling these people right now? Because it's fourth quarter, and we know, like, you know, that champions are won in the fourth quarter, championships are won in the fourth quarter, and champions are made in the fourth quarter, and destinies are altered in the fourth quarter. So talk to me about that.
Yes, so I'm going to definitely use this because this is what came to mind. I read an article about 2 weeks ago, and it was talking about the simplicity of riding a bike. So if you know how to ride a bike, we're going to use the number 3. Drop the 3 in the chat, or you can put the bike emoji in the chat. You know how to ride a bike, put the bike in there. So as we learn to ride a bike, right, balance is needed, but you also need confidence. Because we're working on the balance, but in the back of your head, you keep saying, oh, I can't do this. You keep leaning to the side, you putting your feet down, you're falling off the bike, getting skint up, all of that stuff. But as soon as you decide, I can do this, I'm finna ride this bike, I'm finna get this right today. You know, you start riding that bike and the balance just comes with the confidence. So I'm gonna tell you guys, you know, it's fourth quarter. And if you aren't even sitting on the seat of the bike, go ahead and pick your bike up Take your kickstand off because you don't need it, and get on your bike and start riding it. Because I mean, with anything in life, you got to go forward. You need the motion. You got to pedal. And it's as simple as that. Learn how to ride your bike again. Decide, get confident that you can get this done. The balance will come. It might be chaotic, but it's going to be your own unique balance to get this done. So pick your bike up, break the kickstand out because we don't need that no more, and start pedaling. We got to go forward to get this done. And if you go forward right now to go into 2021, that's the best way to do it. You know, last year in the fourth quarter, they told us that, and we've always built through the fourth quarter. But I would just tell you, just for Dream Team Global alone, it has been an amazing year for us. Why? Because we pedaled through the fourth quarter. We didn't use kickstands. We had those hood bikes with the broke kickstands, skint up, that you just hop on. We had people on the handlebars, one on the seat, somebody riding on the pegs, and we was getting through 2019, preparing for 2020. And this year has exploded. So that too can be you. Put somebody on the handlebars, put somebody on the pegs, put somebody else on the seat, and you stand up and ride that bike and take some people into 2021 with you. Take them forward. People are looking for you to come change their lives, and we're responsible for that. We can't get in this and do it by ourselves. It takes a team. So pick y'all bikes up and let's ride it into 2021. That's what I got.
I love that. That was like the best analogy I've heard in a very, very long time. I love that kickstand. Let's go. So whatever is on your heart, you already spoke about training, you spoke about your experience, you spoke about your family, your heart, your goals. What is on your heart? Whatever it is that you want to on your heart, close it out. The floor is yours. Thank you so much, Britt, for being on here. I appreciate you. Continue to rise, continue to shine, continue to lead. I am here for all of it, and everybody is too. God bless you, and take it away.
Thank you so much for having me on. I know last time I was on, I was super ecstatic. So to be on here is such a blessing. So I would tell you all, you know, keep whatever you believe in. For me, it's God. Keep God first. Let that be the first thing that starts your day. Pray for yourself. Pray for others. Send them prayers. Let them know out of the blue that you're praying for them, that you want them to be the best that they can be. You want them to be the strongest they can be, because adversities are going to come and we need to be prepared. Prepare now before the storms come, because they're going to come. So you can be strong enough to battle through them. We don't want you to get in the fog and start standing there like, hey, I can't see. No, keep going, because you're already prepared to get through it. And not only that, remain humble through the process. Remain humble. Don't get boastful. Somebody did this already and they probably did it better than you. So stay humble through the process to go get this done. Humble is so key. Be open to learn more things. Key thing I've learned from Pamela Pacheco, from Hadiatu, from Kia Valentine, IMD's marketing director, is you getting on the call and you're going to be featured on the call. Ladies, guys, look your best. Put something on you. Look like you're in a $1 billion business. Okay, shine a little bit. Don't get on looking like you've been in Egypt for 6 days and be dusty. So remain humble, but look your best. Look your darn best, so you can feel your best, smell your best. Y'all can't smell me through the camera, but I bet you I'm smelling good over here. Like we in a face-to-face interview. You know, have some fun with this thing. Let your teammates know, hey, I'm getting featured on the call. I know you on there next week. Who gonna look the best on the call? Whatever it is, have fun with this. Make some promos. Keep God first. Stay humble and show love to everybody. Show love and mean it when you're showing that love. Everybody should be able to say, you know what, one thing I can say about Brit is she definitely gonna show some love. It got nothing to do with World Ventures. She gonna check on me and she gonna see how I'm doing. One thing I know about Pamela Pacheco, she gonna build me up. She gonna show some love. She gonna shoot some compliments, and she gonna let me know what I'm doing right, and she gonna let me know what I'm doing wrong. So be that person. And I'm gonna say it at the end, keep God first. So that's what I got. Thank you so much for getting me on the call. It's been an honor. Y'all go be boss. ride them bikes into 2021.
Yay! I absolutely adore you. Thank you so much for blessing us. Thank you again, Katie Ann, for hosting the first half. Thank you, Brittany. You absolutely crushed it, guys. The recording will be up by the end of today. Thank you guys so much. And some people are asking, what is your Instagram? It is Brit Olivia, BRITT. Olivia _ correct? And I typed it in the chat, but it is also on the Breakfast Club flyer. Again, thank you so much for blessing us. Have an amazing day. This has been your Breakfast Club call for October the 8th, 2020. And like she said, let's ride those bikes into 2021 and keep God first. I absolutely love that. Thank you so much again for having us. God bless you. Have a great day.